Hello, Collective. Welcome back to Oakman Tarot, where the oak symbolizes spiritual growth and knowledge, and the moon influences our current energies. The moon is in Leo, so self-expression may be significant. You may be feeling fiery, fired up, ready to show yourself to the world. And I feel like Spirit wants to bring in a little bit of advice about accepting positive feedback, or yeah, what? Accepting feedback, because yes, seeing feedback as something that is positive, because it helps you to grow and become more authentic and comfortable with yourself, because you learn the ropes. I'm hearing. I'm just going to split this book and read what's there. Just kidding. Okay, something about minerals and chemicals. Ooh, so some alchemy then. Set that aside. All right, let's bring in the rest of the message. Which deck do I want to use? The fiery self-expression. Definitely some dragons. And a magic card. Was that a flame card? Pretty sure it was. Okay, so it says Ravaged Highlands. Yes, this is a flame. It says add flame to your mana pool. Yeah, so adding fire to your tools that you use in this creation process of being a master manifester, right? The passion, the expression, the creation. Yeah, I'm getting heavy sacral chakra vibes. Also, the three lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus are all involved in the manifestation process, or more so than the higher ones, like in the 3D reality, right? And then as you go through that heart portal, which is a jump into the next tier of chakras, which I feel like you and your energy are jumping tiers. You're moving to a higher echelon. My left ear just rang for like a second. It was like ding. So confirmation ding. Yeah, you're moving out of the ravaged highlands. Moving out of the ravaged highlands, I'm hearing, into the next tier. You're adding flame to your repertoire. Okay. Ooh, spicy. Okay. I want to see what dragon is here. Alright, I'm guided to just pull one out. The pure white dragon from Orion transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty, and let your wings of light grow and expand. And this is, okay, I literally, yeah, I just trust me that this dragon was already coming through. I already have it flipped open to that page in the book, and I had it like on my stand here. Okay, Orion is the planet of wisdom, the ability to take the knowledge we obtain through our left brain and use it joyfully for the highest good of all. Beings from many star systems take their understanding to Orion to ask how to use it with wisdom. Ah. Okay, a pure white dragon of Orion has come to you today to advise you to examine what you know with enlightened eyes. Process any information you are working with through your right brain, through that creativity, to discover how to use it for the highest good. The high-frequency dragons from Orion will be with you to help you with this process. They will allow you to advance your spiritual growth and expand your wings of light. When you hold white in your aura, people trust and respect you. This card calls on you to speak your truth, act with honesty, and be totally honorable in all your dwellings. Interesting, but it actually says all your dealings. So as you move into a higher echelon, you're moving through this white light that's purifying and clarifying your aura. Okay, so from the ravaged highlands into what? Where are you going from here? What does the higher echelon look like now that we're on that level? That's interesting. This was on the bottom of the deck. Sage of a Pitcher. Clairvoyance across Dominaria were driven mad by the overload from the widening time rifts, while other random folk gained the gift of future sight. Okay, you're moving into a higher level of clairvoyance, being able to go within, listen inward, sort of predict the future just because you have a past experience to draw upon, and take that logical wisdom brain, left side brain, right, and then turn it into creation with the flame. So you're combining water and flame, which, don't necessarily mix, but you're so powerful, and you're like going into this upper echelon where anything is possible. Imagine what it would be like if flame and water could mix. What could we create, right? There's like a blank slate here. You create air, right? It turns to smoke, or the fire burns up, or heats up the water until it boils and changes form. Interesting how poetic this is becoming. It's the logic. It's the logic. You're combining logic, intuition, and creation. This is some definitely master level manifesting you're doing. I'm gonna use this deck again. See what spirit animal wants to come through from the Anima Mundi. Squirrel. Page of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. Okay. This little squirrel is preparing, right? And it's surrounded by darkness and the forest. And the forest on this channel symbolizes the inner child. So, taking the gifts that you've received from your childhood wisdom, I'm hearing the acorns, right? The seeds of the oak, the spiritual knowledge from experience. You're taking that, you're gathering all of these things. And you're going in a new direction. You're gathering something about taking them home. Preparing for winter, which is on the bottom of the deck. The Five of Pentacles. But that's the old thinking, that's the old pattern. Look, we have the pure white dragon from Orion who's transforming this, purifying it, clarifying it, because there's this Two of Swords frequency that is a little bit confusing, but it's cutting the white ribbon. It's cutting the old cords, because you're moving up. Okay, if it cuts out, I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm running out of time here. I do want to get something out. Alright, an angel message. Trust. Yep. Regardless of the outcome, I am taken care of. The angels ask you not to worry about the resolution of the current situation. Instead of trying to solve the problem with sheer force, trust that you will get exactly what you need. As you move forward and you cut the old cords to the past, those old thought patterns of, you live in ravaged highlands. The Five of Pentacles is a rough card, but you are transmuting with the Sage of Pitcher here. You're gathering this knowledge, you're mixing it up with your intuition, you're combining that with the flame, and you're manifesting a new outcome for yourself, and you're transcending. Okay, thank you so much for this energy. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, comment if you feel so inclined, subscribe if you haven't already, leave some hype, and I will see you in the next reading. Wishing you all the peace, love, harmony, and abundance upon you all. Bye bye. See you next time.